Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really easy crayon holder. Yes, it's another crayon tutorial. You can make it for pencil crayons or markers. This pattern will be for free over at my blog, which will be linked below and in the information icon. So go over there, grab the pattern, and meet me back here. Okay, so you will need some cotton fabric, and I am using some fusible fleece. So I'll have 3 pieces of fabric and then 1 piece of fusible fleece. So you're going to take your main piece, which would be the outside of the crayon holder, and I'm going to iron on my fleece. If you've never worked with fusible fleece before, it has a glue on the one side and it will just keep that in place on your fabric so that it doesn't shift when sewing, and you're just going to use a hot dry iron to set that into place. So now we're going to take the slip pocket piece and we're going to fold that in half lengthways and then press that. And then you'll take it to the sewing machine and you'll just do a top stitch along the folded edge just to make it look a little bit more pretty. And then you're going to take the lining piece, lay that down with the right sides up, and you're going to place your slip pocket piece on top. I'm just going to use a ruler and I'm going to draw a straight line along the lining just to make sure that when I do put my slip pocket piece on top, that it is nice and level with the rest of it. Otherwise it will look crooked once it's all finished. After that, I'm going to pin that into place so it doesn't shift, and then we will start marking out where our crayon slots will be. So the first thing you're going to do is mark the center of the crayon holder, and then after that you're going to measure 1 inch away from the center, and you're going to keep measuring 1 inch until you have about a ½ inch left on either side. And that will be your seam allowances. So I'm just using some colored chalk that will help me see my lines better, and it will also just dust off when I'm finished so I don't have to worry about it. You can use your invisible ink pen, but I really highly recommend using some sort of marking tool just to ensure that you get a nice straight line. So after that, then you will just take it to the sewing machine and sew all those little lines up to the top of the slip pocket. Once you're finished that, we're going to place our ribbon or I'm using some FOE, which is fold over elastic. It's nice and soft, it has a good stretch, and it kind of looks pretty. So I'm going to fold that with the shiny side on the inside, and then I will put the raw edges lined up with the side of the crayon holder just like this. And then I'm going to take the outside piece and then lay that flat so that the right sides are down. And then I'm going to just pin that into place. And I will sew all the way around, but I'm going to leave about a 3-inch gap at the top, and that will be used for. So I hope you're enjoying the tutorial so far. If you are, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, and if you're not already, subscribe and hit that notification bell, because YouTube sometimes doesn't like to tell people when my tutorials are up. And also follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook, all linked below. So if you do make this, I would love to see it. Okay, so let's get back to the tutorial. So once you've sewn all the way around, leaving that 3-inch gap, then you will snip the corners, and that will help make it a little less bulky so that you can poke out those corners and make them nice and sharp. And then we will turn the piece right sides out using that little hole. I like to use a knitting needle to poke out the corners, and then I will use my iron and flatten all my seams. And then you're going to take that little hole that we left and we will fold the raw edges inward, and we can press that into place. And if you want to do a top stitch along the top of the crayon holder, but I'm going to choose to do it with a needle and thread and do an invisible stitch. You'll see at the end I have another one that has pencil crayons in it, and I did a top stitch on that one so you can see the difference. If you don't already know how to do an invisible stitch, I can leave a link to my invisible stitch tutorial down below or in the information icon so you can watch that and see how it's done. So after that, then you're done. You can load it up with your crayons or markers, and then you just roll it up and then put your little elastic around it. If you didn't want to use elastic or you don't have elastic, you could use just a ribbon, and I will show you that shortly. I made one for my daughter's pencil crayons, and I use a ribbon on that one. So if your little one knows how to tie, then you know that's very easy. If they don't know how to tie, then I would definitely recommend the elastic. And then yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, share it across all the platforms, Pinterest, Facebook, all that fun stuff, and follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook. All those links will be down below. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!